The old church hummed with a familiar energy. Robert sat in the pew, the weight of history pressing upon him. Sunbeams slanted through stained glass, painting dancing patterns on the worn wooden floor. It was the anniversary of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. His death, a day etched in sorrow and remembrance. Robert closed his eyes, the resonant voice of Dr. King booming through his memory. We shall overcome. Robert had come to this church seeking solace, seeking inspiration. The world outside was a tempest of unrest, a stark reminder that the dream Dr. King had so eloquently articulated remained unfulfilled. He thought about the countless injustices still plaguing society, the deep-rooted prejudices that refused to die. Despair threatened to engulf him, but he clung to the echo of Dr. King's words, a beacon in the darkness. He remembered the countless times his grandmother had recounted stories of the civil rights movement. Her voice, filled with a quiet dignity, painted vivid pictures of the struggle, the fear, but above all, the unwavering hope. He saw images of peaceful protesters being hosed, beaten, and arrested, their spirits unbroken in the face of such hate. These stories, etched into his soul, fueled his determination. Dr. King's legacy was not a relic of the past, it was a living testament to the power of courage, resilience, and unwavering faith in humanity. Robert's grandmother had been a tower of strength, her life a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. She had witnessed firsthand the horrors of segregation, the sting of discrimination etched into every corner of her existence, yet she never yielded to despair. She taught Robert that every act of defiance, every voice raised against injustice, rippled through time, shaping a better future. He remembered her stories of the Montgomery bus boycott, her voice filled with admiration as she spoke of Rosa Parks' quiet defiance. He could almost hear the clatter of sewing machines as women gathered to make clothes for those who refused to ride the segregated buses. He could see the determination in the eyes of the marchers in Selma, their steps echoing through history. These stories weren't just tales from a bygone era, they were threads woven into the fabric of his being. They were a call to action, a reminder that the fight for equality was a relay race. Each generation had a responsibility to carry the torch forward, to fight for a world where the color of one's skin wouldn't determine their opportunities, their freedoms, or their worth. The news was a relentless barrage of stories about racial profiling, police brutality, and systemic inequities. Robert saw the fear in the eyes of young black men, their futures uncertain in a world that seemed stacked against them. He saw the despair in the faces of mothers who worried for their children's safety every time they stepped out the door. He knew he couldn't stay silent. He had to act. Silence, he realized, was not neutrality, it was complicity. He had a responsibility to honor the sacrifices of those who came before him, to use his voice to amplify the voices of the unheard. He started small, organizing community dialogues, volunteering at local organizations, and speaking out against injustice wherever he saw it. He realized that true change wouldn't come from sweeping pronouncements or grand gestures. It would come from the tireless efforts of ordinary people, working together to dismantle systems of oppression brick by brick. Section 4. Echoes of I Have a Dream. The community center buzzed with anticipation. Robert stood backstage, his heart pounding in his chest. He had been invited to speak at their annual celebration of Dr. King's life, a daunting yet humbling honor. He looked out at the diverse crowd, their faces filled with expectation. He took a deep breath, the weight of their hopes and anxieties resting on his shoulders. His voice, though tinged with nervousness, rang out clear and strong. He spoke of Dr. King's dream, a dream not confined to a single race but encompassing all of humanity. He spoke of the importance of unity, of recognizing their shared humanity in the face of injustice. He spoke of the need for empathy, for understanding the struggles of those different from themselves. He spoke of the power of collective action, of how every voice, no matter how small, could contribute to a chorus of change. The audience, captivated by his passion and sincerity, erupted in applause. Their response fueled his determination, a reminder that he wasn't alone in his fight. Section 5. Marching for Tomorrow. Inspired by the response to his speech, Robert organized a peaceful march through the city. He envisioned a powerful display of unity, a testament to the enduring spirit of Dr. King's message. The day of the march dawned bright and clear, the air thick with anticipation. People from all walks of life gathered, a diverse tapestry of ethnicities, religions, and backgrounds, united by their shared desire for a more just and equitable society. Robert, standing at the front of the crowd, felt a surge of emotion. He saw echoes of the past in their faces, the same determination, the same unwavering hope that had fueled the civil rights movement. As they marched, their chants echoed through the streets, a powerful testament to their unwavering commitment to justice. They marched for those who had been silenced, for those who had been marginalized, for those who had been denied their basic human rights. They marched for a future where their children wouldn't have to face the same battles, the same prejudices, the same systemic barriers. Section 6. Carrying the torch forward. The march culminated in a rally at the city park, where Robert addressed the crowd. He stood tall, his voice strong and clear, as he spoke of the long and arduous journey towards equality. And he reminded them that the fight wasn't over, that the dream Dr. King had so eloquently articulated remained unfulfilled. "We stand on the shoulders of giants," he declared, his voice filled with emotion. "The torch has been passed to us, and we have a responsibility to carry it forward with courage, with determination, with unwavering faith in the promise of a better tomorrow." He urged them to remember that change wouldn't come easily, that there would be setbacks and disappointments along the way, but he reminded them that they were the inheritors of a legacy of resilience, of a spirit that refused to be broken. He called upon them to honor that legacy, to continue the fight for justice with the same unwavering conviction that had fueled generations past. Section 7. An unfinished symphony. As the rally drew to a close and the crowd slowly dispersed, Robert stood silently, reflecting on the day's events. He felt a profound sense of gratitude for the opportunity to contribute in his own small way to the ongoing struggle for equality. He realized that the fight for justice was not a destination but a journey, a continuous process of striving towards a more perfect union. He thought of Dr. King's words, "The arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice." Robert knew that the journey would be long, that there would be challenges and setbacks along the way, but he also knew that they were not alone. They were heirs to a legacy of courage, of resilience, of unwavering belief in the power of hope to overcome even the darkest of times. He took a deep breath, the weight of history resting on his shoulders, and with a renewed sense of purpose, he turned and walked away, ready to continue the march towards a brighter, more just future. The fight was far from over, but the dream, like an unfinished symphony, beckoned them forward.
Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. We shall overcome. We will rise and we will stand. See, Dr. King had a dream and now it's placed in our hand. Freedom ain't free, but we are marching into the light. For justice, for peace, we're gonna stand up and fight. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Everybody just lift their voice and sing. From the bus boys car to the march in the streets, we shall overcome. They stood with no fear, never bowed in defeat. Dr. King had a dream and saw a world so bright. We will stand in hand, black and brown and white. But the road ain't easy, the struggle is real. Still fighting for justice, still breaking that seal. From the chains to the valleys, from the field to the throne. History was written, but we are claiming our own. We shall overcome and we will rise. We will stand. Dr. King had a dream. Now is in a place in our hand. See, freedom ain't free, but we are marching to the light. For the justice, for the peace, and we're gonna stand up and fight. Let freedom ring, let freedom ring. Everybody just lift their voice and sing. Let's keep marching, let's keep marching, let's keep marching, y'all. We came from the ashes, we were built from the pain. The stories they were silent, we bringing them again. From Malcolm to Roses, from Selma to here. We carrying the torch and we ain't filled with no fear. Let freedom ring, let freedom. Looking in the mirror and see the power inside. The king and queen who are refused to divide. One voice and one nation, we are stronger than hate. Let freedom ring. Dr. King said love, love. So we are moving in his favor. Everybody just lift their voice. We will overcome. Let the bell ring, let the voice shout out. A new day is coming, no fear and no doubt. Every march and every prayer and every word we say, we'll keep moving forward and we'll provide the way, y'all. Let freedom ring, let freedom. We shall overcome and we'll rise and we'll stand up. Everybody just lift. Dr. King had a dream, a nice place in our hand. Let freedom ring, let freedom. Freedom ain't free, but we are marching to the light for justice, for peace, and we are standing up and fight. We ain't done yet, we are still writing the pages, still breaking the changes here. Black history is living, is more than a day. It's the past and it's the present and the future we are claiming. We shall overcome.